Welcome to the Old Brother Podcast. I'm your host, Dan Smith. Alongside me, as always, my brother from the same mother, Mike Smith.
How's it going, Dan? Long week.
Good, man. August 20th. When you hear this episode, we are coming at you with a review of The Suicide Squad. We'll get into that.
Not to be confused with
Suicide Squad. So listen, I don't want to waste any time. I as you could tell before we were on air, I'm eager. Like, let's get this rolling.
Let's roll.
Now, that's right. Now, Suicide Squad. So The Suicide Squad, or hearkening back to our Michelle Lang episode, The Suicide Squad or The Suicide Squad?
THE Suicide Squad.
Yeah, TSS.
As opposed to the last one.
Yeah, and so this was released on August 5th, 2021. And it's aptly titled, I will say, because watching this film, I wanted to gather together a group of my closest friends and commit suicide. This has to be right up there for me with DC's Aquaman. And here's the real talk right here is
I didn't even get a chance to do
it's
coming. So quick.
I'm going to go quiet here just a second. I am going to be in full disclosure. I did not finish this film.
Wow.
So I fibbed to you a little bit, a little white lie before getting on air. But this is the first time I've not sat through an entire film that we were reviewing. So I'm going to stop right there. I have much more to say, but I'm going to throw it over to you.
This is awful. This is terrible.
Now, because we watched it. Thank God I didn't go to the theater for this one, but we watched it on HBO Max.
Yeah,
and
thank God we didn't have to pay $30.
Yeah, and I was sort of on you all. Have you watched it yet? Have you watched it yet? Because I'd already seen 5 minutes of it and knew you were going to hate it. So I wanted to see where you were at with it. But here's the crazy thing. So I quickly I said, I got to see what this is doing on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay. Have you looked this up?
I have, and I want to talk about that.
Okay. So as of right now, at the recording of this episode, it is 91% favorable from the critics. From the critics.
That's insane.
And 83% from the audience. But let's talk about that 91%.
When the audience is lower than the critics, something's wrong. Don't go to Rotten Tomatoes anymore. They're garbage because, I could be on Rotten Tomatoes.
I hate to rain down on a film like this, but we say it over and over and over and over again with DC. And I thought at one point, this might just be an episode of you and I just staring at each other for 5 minutes in disbelief. Yeah, it didn't take me 5 minutes to form an opinion about this film, and it never swayed. I made it halfway through, and I couldn't take it anymore. It was so, and you talk about it was so gratuitous.
Yeah, beyond that. Beyond any slasher film.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think that's funny, great, go see it. You want to see guts hit the window.
And early on,
this one's for you.
Yeah, and early on in the film, and again, in full disclosure, not that it's tied in or connected, but we were not fans of Suicide Squad either.
No.
So they're continuing with that tradition. But there's a scene early on with Idris Elba, and his daughter is visiting him in prison, and they have this, through the glass conversation, on the phone.
And
yelling. Do I
Yes.
need 11, 12-year-old
F-bombs.
dropping F-bombs? And it's just, I don't need that in my cinema
F-bomb,
experience.
F-bomb, F-bomb, F-bomb.
Oh
Dad,
my
F-bomb.
God.
Here's the thing, Dan. I was looking forward to this movie. Can you believe that?
Well, this could have also just been an apology episode. You
Right.
apologizing to me.
I was looking forward to this show because I thought, how can they screw it up?
Not only all that we've said already, 2 hours and 12-minute runtime, folks.
That was the one thing that
2 hours too
concerned me
long.
when I popped on found the movie, and then I saw runtime 212. I was like, I'm really going to enjoy this, or this is going to be a dog stinking movie. And this was the dog.
When did it hit you? Do you remember what it was?
It was early on. I was happy. I think Pete Davidson was well used in this. I thought he was well shot.
The King of Staten Island.
It was early on. I'll tell you when it was. I know exactly when it was. When they introduced Harley Quinn.
Okay.
Okay. Here's sexy Harley Quinn. And they took some heat for that, right? They over sexualized her.
Yeah.
Her first appearances in the
with that.
movie, she gets on this bus that's going to take him somewhere. She says, sorry, guys, I was late. I was taking a number 2. That's what I want. The sexiest girl in the movie telling me she just took a dump. That's when I said,
the movie
I'm in
took a dump.
trouble.
Yeah.
I am in trouble.
Get me head for the exits, and you were watching this at home. That's the
I am
scary
in
thing.
trouble.
You know,
This is a movie I would walk out of if I was on a plane.
well, there you have it. It's 2 thumbs way down for the Suicide Squad.
Or
our
as
brother podcast.
Peacemaker would say, 2 starfishes down.
I don't know. I don't care. I'm sorry. I just don't care.
That's
All right.
that's not even funny.
Yeah, let's stick with that. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of the Oh Brother podcast. I've been your host, Dan Smith. Alongside me, as always, my brother from the same mother, Mike Smith. I think we're going to see you next time.
I detached my brain from my skull. I'm the detachable man. Bye, everyone. How many people are going to sign up for HBO because of this garbage?
Yeah, we might lose money in the Oh Brother shop after
In
this
fact,
review.
yeah,
from
in
our
fact,
listeners.
people are going to return the socks.
Don't return the socks, folks.
You're excellent.
Yeah,
Come
you can-
winter, you're going to
Yeah,
love those.
You can
socks.
use them to cover your eyes when you're watching the Suicide Squad.